not a society. Last time I heard about the family, it was a decade ago.
We don't live in a society. Like, who's we? Who doesn't live in a society?
21st century, we live in individualism, not in a society.
Okay, that's bad. Good. Like what?
But God, I don't care about other people. I care about myself. This is
Yeah,
my
he's
orientation.
he's telling you how he would run his own individual relationship, not how we should regulate this in society.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm wondering if you like what do you think the effect of you acting that like that individually would if it would be positive or negative on society.
I don't care about society.
That's fine. Like, do you understand the question? Are you able to entertain it?
I understand the question. I don't care about the society. This is my first time I talk with other people. I don't know them. I don't care about other people's opinion or they feel good or feel bad. I'm not arrogant.
No, I don't think you are. Like,
Everyone has a brain. He can think
no, I
for
understand your
himself.
perspective. Like, I'm not sure you're understanding what I'm asking for. Like, I'm not asking you to make like a value judgment to see whether you would be accepted by society. I'm just saying,
Society, go to hell.
let's say society adopted the way you think right now. Do you think, in general, it would be beneficial to the society, to the
Polygamy is
prosperity?
beneficial to society.
Yeah,
It happens. It's occur now. Many men cheating their partner and many women cheating their partner. It should be clear. I don't like cheating. I will not cheat. I never cheat. I will do it in front of them. They will know I have second wife, third wife, fourth wife. I will not cheat my partner. Nowadays, you see the people they are cheating each other. It is polygamy. Cheating is a kind of polygamy, but bad kind. Yeah. I'm not liberal like you. I have value.
I'm not sure what liberalism has to do with it. Like, like I said, I understand.
Polygamy is in many religion, many culture. It's normal. Actually, I heard the next revolution in sex will be uh, uh, group sex or something like that. You don't have the child. The group have the child.
Yeah, like a commune.
I don't know the terminology in English. I
Okay, that's
read it in Arabic that the next revolution in sex will be uh, before the hunting, before the farming era, back to the hunting era when communist. We will the child will belong to the commune, and the wife belong to the commune, and the husband belong to the commune. Anyone sleep with anyone, the child will be belong to the country, not for a man or woman.
okay. I'm not sure I'm following you.
I read about new social engineering that the next revolution in sex will be communism. before the farming era, there was a hunting era. In the hunting era, there is no husband and wife. Everyone sleep with everyone, and the child. When the child come to the world, it will be his mother, all the mother in the community, and his father, all the community. For example, you will not you will not have son. All the son in the village are have many fathers and mothers.
Okay.
One, this is the next revolution I heard about. I don't care about it.
Like you don't care about it. You don't care if it happens, or you don't care if, like, you don't want it to happen.
Are you FBI or not? You ask me too much.
No, no, no.
No, I
I just
don't care.
I'm trying to
I don't
understand
care.
my understanding.
I don't care about the community. I don't care. Why you should care about the other people? Life is short. I care about myself, and who want advice from me, he can approach me. I'll give him advice personally. The community is not. I'm not a public person to detect the community.
Yeah. I'm not. I can make arguments as to why one should care. Like, I'm not a person who's involved with the community, but I wouldn't say I don't care. But I don't see, like one argument or a question people could ask of you would be, well, how do you reach a point where you can say you don't care about the community? Because you probably, you might be in a good spot, you might be you may have funds that allow you to continue not caring, right? But people can make the argument that if you live in a community that supports each other, you would
I
have reason.
don't need support.
Well, some
I
people do.
can.
Many people do.
The people need support are should be temporary state, not
Say that
prolonged
again.
state. The people need support must be temporary state, not prolonged state, except if they are paralyzed or have disease. I'm not
I must be mistaken. It must be what by the state?
temporary.
Temporary?
Yes,
Like, are you talking about, like, what do you mean temporary? What do you do with them?
I mean, uh, I don't need the support. I never need support, but if someone needs support, the support should be temporary, not prolonged. 4 months, 2 months, 3 months. Then he get job and he take care of himself, not for a long time. Living on social welfare or something like this. I don't like it.
Okay, what does that have to do with community?
You said you need the community. I said I don't need the community. You said some people need community. If they need community, they should need it for temporary time, not for long time.
So when you say
A man,
community, you mean what? Social, like a medical healthcare? You don't mean like your neighborhood, do you?
neighborhood, anything. You didn't. A man or a woman should be take care of himself or herself, by herself or by himself.
Well, how do you remove yourself from community? Like by being a member of
Not
some
removing,
country.
not removing. You can talk to them, have fun with them, but don't take support from them or be have a big sensation or affection or something
Oh
toward
no,
them.
I do that because I enjoy that. That gives me pleasure.
I am a cold person. I don't care. I have emotion for specific people. Three,
No,
four.
that's fine. But you are like, when I'm talking to you, I'm saying you should do what's best for you. But when you're talking to me, you're telling me what I should do, and I'm
I
saying
don't.
that
I,
doesn't
I
sound
don't.
appealing.
I don't detect you. I don't care about you. First place. You do whatever you think it is good for you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
If you do mistake, only one should be blamed is you.
Yeah, it's.
You,
I don't think
you
anybody
must,
needs to be blamed.
you
I
must
don't see
learn from
culpability is very
your mistake. If you do right, this is good for you and only you.
well. No, not really. Like if I do right, it can be good for my family, my kids, my community. That's the thing. Like it's these walls that you're kind of talking about or you're alluding
To
to.
the,
Like
I think
I am not isolated. Like I didn't reach where I am by being isolated or not caring about the community. People in the community cared about me, and it helped me out. So I don't see why now I would turn my back on them and
community is
pretend
not
like I
family.
got here all on my own, like you are pretending.
Community is not family. Community is border ward.
May I ask one question? What building are you in? What
What?
room? Why is it
What?
so echoey? Why is it
Yes, I
so?
am. I
Why
am
is
in my. I am in my new build villa. It is empty villa.
oh, is
I'm
that why
waiting.
it's so? Is that why it's
I'm
so
waiting.
echoey?
Yes, I'm waiting. The painting guy. He will come one day later. He will paint the home. I will bring my furniture.
Okay, I was just wondering.
No, no, no problem.
I don't know if my mic is crap too. It's this crappy laptop.
Sounds pretty good.
I didn't have a laptop here. My laptop in my chalet. What do you call chalet?
Cottage?
House
Garage?
in Coast. I have house in Coast.
Villa?
لا, this is the villa. I have a house in Coast for vacation. We call it chalet. It is not Arabic word. Anyway, let's talk about polygamy. Person here, I would like to have many wives.
Yeah, me too.
But the problem is, I'm afraid one of them become jealous and my life turned to hell.
That's why you gotta be open with them at the beginning.
Yes, I will tell them I will have a polygamy. Okay, each one will put it in his villa and visit. I'm surprised when someone said the opposite.
What? Don't be open with them at all. Just basically, just don't tell them about the other one. Is that what? Is that what? Is that what someone said?
No, no, no. Someone said I wish I have two husband and wife. This is surprised me.
Okay.
It's interesting when like you're surprised by someone expressing almost the identical opinion as yourself.
No, surprised me is not common in my community. This is
Are
the
you from an Arab country?
yes.
Okay. Well, here in America, it's different how different cultures think different things are normal and weird. 'Cause here in America, it's polygamy that's not really normal. Over there, it is. But however, being like gay or bi over here is generally more accepted than it is over there.
You shouldn't care about the community. Do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Be clear with them and start.
My philosophy is who really gives a shit what other people think, as long as I'm happy.
And they are happy, your partners.
Well, I'm not polygamous. I'm not even dating.
It's okay. Everyone is free with his mind. I don't think the law in America is opposite to polygamy. Is it?
Sorry, what was your question?
Is it allowed in America to have polygamy?
Sorry, you were cutting out there.
What? Is
You
it allowed to American to have polygamy?
Yeah,
Oh, it's illegal.
No, it's not.
Illegal? It is
Polygamy is
illegal.
illegal.
It's not.
Multiple wives. You can have a polyamorous relationship. You can't get married to multiple partners.
And how do you explain the whole show on American Housewives?
You don't know what American Housewives is. I guess apparently I don't watch enough TV. What
Okay,
state are
well,
you talking about? Pick a state.
Polygamy. If man has four wives or women have
right, different
10 husbands.
states of. I always forget that different states have different laws. I always forget that.
Not that
Technically-
polygamy is illegal, it's just that there is no legal construct in which it's compatible. Marriages are designed for two people, doesn't matter what gender they are, but the tax and property laws are not equipped to handle any kind of polyamorous relationship at this time.
Why polygamy? Why the marriage is between two?
Because that
Two
is
di-
what is brought up in Christian values, and America is heavily dependent on Christian values.
I thought America is a secular country.
The government is secular, but the people who vote for bills and laws and the people who get elected to office often come from Christian roots, and so that does inform the decisions and policies they enact.
King Suleiman has many wives. This is biblical, right?
Marriage in the Bible is not anywhere close to being what marriage is in 21st century America. Marriage is a legal institution that involves tax and property laws.
Why the state interfere with the relationship between the community members?
They're not interfering. As it was pointed out, you can be in any kind of relationship you want with however many people, but you're asking the government to recognize your relationship for legal and tax purposes, for property rights purposes, and they're only going to recognize a marriage between two people.
I don't need the government to recognize. I recognize them. They recognize me. It's okay.
That's fine. Gather yourself a whole batch of women and declare yourself their husband. You don't have to make it official. There you go.
Is it legal?
What?
Is it the case you said illegal?
It's not illegal. You can have a relationship with many people. You can live with them and you can call them your wife. But if something were to happen to you, it's not like they're given any kind of,
Inheritance.
custodial. Yeah, there's no
Wait.
inheritance, nothing like that.
Are we talking polygamy, or are we talking about polyamorous relationships? Two different things.
Right, but since there is no legal polygamy, all you can have is a polyamorous relationship here in America.
Right.
So you don't get the legal benefits that come with marriage shared between multiple partners.
Right. Just
Yeah,
having
no,
multiple
it's illegal.
sexual partners, that's completely different than polygamy. Polygamy is actually marriage.
Right, which isn't legal in America at this time.
Okay,
I
all
will
right.
marry them outside America and bring it to America. It's okay.
You can come to America,
Yes.
but it's not like the government is suddenly going to have tax laws that are going to, cover your marriage as if it was the same thing as a US licensed marriage.
My wealth is outside America. I don't care about the.
Well, then, yeah, what are we talking about?
No, but why the government allow polymers and opposite to polygamy?
Because
I think government should be outside my foot door foot foot my door.
yeah, we don't have a model for taxation and property rights that applies to more than two people, because in our country, both people involved in a marriage are equals. Men and women are completely legally equal with the same rights to authority, property, custody, taxation, representation.
Well,
We are the four equal.
What's that?
Let's say I have three wives. We are the four equal.
Yeah, but we still don't have a model that works for that. We don't have a way to fairly tax or fairly decide between custodial issues if something happens to one of you.
If they don't have the model, why they interfere me and stop me from polygamy?
They're not stopping you. They're just saying we don't have a model for that. There's only 2 spots on the marriage license. You can't write in extra spots.
can't you have more than
I
one
don't have
marriage, though?
No.
no problem. I want three papers. I
Well,
write
you
my
only
name in the right and the wife's in left.
Yeah,
In
that's like
every-
asking for 3 social security numbers. It don't work like that.
What is the social security number? This we don't have
Like
it
a
here.
national ID number. Same thing.
You know.
ID.
Like national ID number.
I will write my ID, same the ID in three papers. Is it a problem?
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's illegal.
That's called identity fraud.
Oh,
No. He's talking about filling out three different, like going to three different clerk of courts,
Mhm.
3 different marriage licenses and filing for it. Yes, you can do it, and if you're caught, it's illegal. There's a federal law called the Edmunds Act of 1882. That's federal.
Yeah?
It's statute. Fuck.
Oh, limitations?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the statute number, but that's federally. Now you also have each state has its own laws, and as far as I'm aware, all 50 states have laws on the books against them. You'd have to tell me what state, and I could check for you. It's all criminalized, and I do mean criminalized, meaning you go to court over this. Utah is the closest one that writes it off as like the same as getting a speeding ticket. You basically get a fine. They null and void the marriage, but they also basically give you a fine for it too.
I thank God I am not American. I will. The laws will conquest 3/4 of my brain. Too much law in America.
Yeah, there's a lot of laws.
Oh, you don't have spare space for study. If you
Plenty
memorize
of people
this,
studying in America.
but they study and back to their country.
Well, they study here, they study abroad, they come back here, they go abroad again. People go back and forth. A lot of laws, but a lot of freedom, a lot of opportunity as well.
Yeah, it's freedom. Freedom. Fuck yeah.
How can you legalize the polygamy in America? What should you do?
Why would you want to? What would be the point of legal polygamy?
Oh, that's actually an easy question to answer.
Let's
One,
say there is
ha-
1 million American want polygamy.
Yeah.
How they fulfill their freedom? If the state said no,
Why do you?
okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
to answer your question, to make it legal, the citizens of many states, not all of them, but many states would have to actually vote in a way that would get the state to overturn the law. So now, if the state made it legalized, a majority of the states would have to go to the federal government and appeal that law. It's a double. Basically, it's two different 50 states, being each an individual government. Those would have to turn over at least by a majority, and then those states would have to go to the federal government to basically petition to have that law struck down in Congress. Two
this
laws.
is
There's the state and the federal law. It's exactly like the marijuana laws that are going on in the United States. Like the states are slowly like overturning this, but there's still a federal law on the books that makes marijuana illegal. Like you can't get arrested for marijuana by a state officer or a city police officer, but you can by a federal officer.
Do you know the difference between state and federal law?
I don't know
Asking
about. I don't think what you say.
I was asking the
Joshua,
Days.
Joshua,
Do you know the difference between state and federal law?
you ask me?
Yes.
I don't know anything about USA. We don't have state and federal here. We have one country, central government.
Okay.
It
You
is
said I
long
don't know.
marathon in USA. It is long marathon in USA to produce law.
Okay, so the difference between state and federal law is state laws apply like to a certain area. The federal laws apply to the entirety of the U.S.
I don't want to visit USA, but I see a movie in USA. If you there is traffic violation between the cities. State belong to the federal, and the traffic violation inside the state belong to the state, right?
Yes, it was like you don't. It's like I wasn't saying to come over here. It was just if we're talking about laws, it would probably be good to know the difference between state and federal law.
I feel like it's also a good idea to get a fundamental understanding of what marriage means when a polygamist is asking for polygamy in America. What is marriage and what is the benefit they're trying to get from that?
They are free, but they should run for, as I understand from you, they should go long course of legalization process before they fulfill their dream.
One question: do you have any like financial benefits from getting married over there?
Where? In my country?
Yes.
Yes, they give us money, but for poor, the poor, the poor girl or man cannot marry. They give him a loan. Not for the second wife, for first, I think. Uh, I don't know. I'm not looking for financial benefit. I'm asking about this if polygamy is illegal in USA or not.
The short answer, yes, polygamy is a. The short answer, that's just me. I thought someone was talking. Uh, uh, the short answer, yes, polygamy is apparently illegal here in America.
How many polygamy in citizen in USA? Are they phenomenon or just small people?
Technically,
It's like
zero.
the Mormons. No,
Yes.
the Mormons, they somehow pull off polygamy. It happens. We can't
Mormons are
say
polygamous?
zero. Mormons typically have there's been a lot of arrest over polygamy, but generally, I think last couple years they've kind of just skirted the law by like basically getting married to the first wife on the books, and then everything underneath of that has just been like a ceremonial marriage. So according to the law, it would be basically like you're married to one lady, but you're having a polyamorous relationship. Most cases,
You,
that's how they. In most cases, that's how they skirt it. Which again, that would be legal. But there have been cases on the books of Mormons getting arrested for literally going to like different, clerks of courts and registering marriages.
I don't even know what a.
Mormons would be
I don't even
the
know what a Mormon is. I don't even
gotta
know
look
their
it
core
up.
belief. I'd rather not, though. I probably should.
why
Church
is
of Latter
polygamy?
Church of Latter Day
Okay,
Saints, John Smith.
They
That ring
believed a
bill.
guy was reading golden plates inside of his hat and getting messages from God.
That's the one
That's
right
it.
there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that makes as much sense as any other religion.
let's respect them. What I know about them, as you talk, Joshua, one woman married a man in court, and the other woman married the man in church. Is it
Yeah,
that?
basically that's kind of how they pull it off. Technically, is legal as long as you don't go to the like the clerk of court. It's not really. It's like going to a secretary and signing a piece of paper, right? The rest of everything that has to do with marriage is just ceremonial.
Trying to be married to a second wife is like basically trying to cheat on your taxes.
Yeah, effectively.
You can do it, but it's
We
illegal.
don't. We don't have taxes in my country, so I don't know what is taxes.
Taxes are
There's
the rent we
benefits.
pay.
When you
There's
pay the
benefits.
government for living in their taxes are when you pay the government for living in their living in your country, so you don't have a choice of living there.
The country doesn't drink or eat or sleep. Why I should pay to the country?
Because the
Country
country, the government runs many social programs that benefit the citizens, and those social programs are paid for by the taxes of the working class.
why I should pay for other people?
Because that's what helps everybody succeed together.
Why I should help the other people?
Because we desire to remain a first world country.
Technically, you don't really have a choice. So you either pay the taxes or the government will come and take your stuff.
Well, you have the
They-
choice to leave if you want to. Nobody is held captive here.
Yeah, technically that's true.
I don't.
Under the legal system, yes, that is true.
It's like if you want to live in an apartment building, you have to pay rent for your apartment.
Or just become a squatter.
I want to live in an apartment. I am citizen. Why I should pay for the government? Government is not person.
because the law basically states that you'll pay your taxes.
Hmm.
The government will take your
th-
whatever assets you have.
Okay, the reason why you pay your taxes is because, or else you go to jail.
Here in my country, we don't have taxes.
Right. But you also have you have nationalized resources, like say oil, that basically funds the
Oil?
United States.
It
We
is
don't
my
have
land. It is our land. We share this source. I understand this.
right.
But
The
this is my
U.S. we
money.
don't.
Why I share with the people? Why
With
I
the
share
U.S.
my money with people? I share the source of land with other people. Okay, we are same land. But why I share my money with other people?
Well, okay, so like your systems, I'm assuming you're talking about Saudi Arabia. So your natural resources like oil, the funding from that, what they sell the oil goes to your shit.
Budget.
So like your social welfare programs, your medical industry, things like that. That's basically how it gets funded. With us, we don't have naturalized or nationalized resources. There's nothing that belongs to the government in that concept, anyways. So that's where that funding comes from is via taxation. Property
Taxation is not.
taxes, income taxes, sales tax, take your pick.
It is like you instead you catch your right ear by your right hand, you catch it by left hand.
But
I like how America started, the whole war against the Britons a long time ago too, because they didn't like being taxed, but
Yeah,
then they just started taxing their own citizens.
pretty much.
I find that ironic. Maybe it's irony. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, technically speaking, we were like on a different continent and we were paying taxes to the crown. I think somewhere in there, that's kind of how they, I guess.
We don't pay tax for
yeah,
this is my money. Is for
Right.
me. I pay tax here.
I don't mind the taxes here. It pays for good programs. It keeps the roads in good shape, the parks open, police, ambulance, fire protection. It's good.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the federal taxation system. I tend to get a little pissy about the state taxation system, but they're two different things.
Everyone can.
I don't think he. I think he still doesn't understand the difference between state and federal.
Oh yeah,
No, no, I understand the state. The federal budget is go for Pentagon mainly, right?
not really, but it does cover the or the Department of Defense is what we call it. So yeah, the Pentagon. That they get a percentage.
And the federal government.
The federal what?
I think America has 1.2 million federal worker, right?
Did you say
yeah,
billion?
I would have to
1.2.
actually. I would have to look up what our budget is this year. I don't know, not off the top of my head.
I know they pay 700 billion or more. Pentagon. It's ironic. I don't. The American are smart. They do. They know how they run their country, and should everyone obey the law in America. But something make me surprised about America. The college is not free. The college is not free. And
Yeah,
they said
neither
that
is healthcare.
It's
And they
free
said
if you get a
that,
scholarship.
and the education is how you will how America can compete with other country if they cannot offer for their people college education free.
They have
because they
financial aid
re-
programs. Oh, sorry.
It's because they rather give it to the military.
They have too much money. 3 trillion. 700 to go to the military. Okay. They
Yeah,
should be
most
paying for students. The
most
students
of the
need the money.
most of the government's money goes to the Department of Defense.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Not even close. Department of State Department actually takes the biggest chunk out of federal budget.
Yeah, I was just being vague.
State Department isn't military.
I know, I was being vague.
You should compete with the world. Maybe 100 years ago, high school is considered high education, but nowadays,
Someone wants
colleges,
to join.
college, college degree is needed for everyone to have a decent life.
Uh, uh, Someone wants to join.
I don't know if Jen's there or not.
Anyway, if I were,
guess
if I, if I America, if I am American, I will obey the law because you know what make the law is law. What does make the law is a law.
Oh, what makes the laws? Okay, so first, let's see. First, it's a bill, which can be many different things. English is weird. Uh, but then it like has to be like agreed on a bunch of people, and then it becomes a law.
What make a law? A law is it must contain punishment. If you break the law, you have this punishment. This is
Yes,
the law.
yes, breaking laws, you get the punishment.
Yes. So if I'm American, if I am American, I will not have a polygamy.
Yes,
I will
that
not
would
think
be
about it.
yes, that would be the smart choice.
Yes, of course, because it's a law. You should live under the law. But I'm asking as an outsider, what is the situation of polygamy in the USA?
The situation is you will be arrested if you do it.
I will not do it in America. I will not do it.